This is how ugly the stuff looks. But then they turn into something like that. This was a dairy barn in Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And these are oak barn beams that are 150 years old. And it's gonna be a dining room table for a guy in Milwaukee. One night, just looking on the internet, I saw a picture of this American flag made out of barnwood, and I just had to have it. And I thought, well, it can't be that hard to make. So I drove around the countryside looking for barns. I needed a gray barn and a white barn and a red barn, and I found those three colors. I don't have any training. I didn't have any schooling on any of this. I didn't have a mentor. My friend taught me how to weld for a few hours once. But after that, it's just like making mistakes, and yeah, I guess you learn faster from the mistakes. There's about a half a barn here. Usually a barn is, 10, 20 tons worth of material. And it takes about 350 hours to take one down, starting with the shingles, and then the roofing boards, and then the siding, and the framing, and even the nails. I save all the nails and put on a trailer. I try to use every bit of it. The majority of what I do is barnwood. For one, this is Wisconsin, it's what we have. And the stories behind this material are run pretty deep. I've had people from England and New Zealand call me and say, "Oh my gosh, that was my great uncle so-and-so's barn, and I saw this on the internet." This is the original City of Madison flag. I think I'm sharing history. I think a lot of this material, it would just go in a landfill if I wasn't using it. Then it's a whole nother thing when you can save the stories as well. I picked up a bag of litter on a trip. So all the litter represents where the national parks are in the lower 48. If I can save more than a few other people, then I can just it makes up for the people that maybe aren't recycling. And I feel like I can impact a little more than the average household. I don't know what it's like to live in some other states that aren't that cool, but our state's awesome and people love it. So it's cool that I'm kind of just showing people what we already have, redoing it a different way.
Hi, I'm Tracy Newman.
And I'm Brian Ewing, and we're the producers of My Wisconsin Backyard.
You can watch more of our stories and other great local stories.
Oh, and don't forget other PBS favorites by downloading our PBS app.